So there's something that's been really weighing heavily on my mind. And there's really a lot of frustrations, a lot of sadness, a lot of difficulties in life. It's so sad that I did promise her that I would keep her off of my YouTube channel, but I cannot fulfill that anymore. I've really done my best, but it's going to come out either way when I read my book aloud, and that's in the works. But my grandmother on my dad's side, it's actually a stepmother, and she is devout Catholic. And my dad is very devout in his Catholic ways, and my godparents are very devout in their ways. And it truly pains me as I have left the Catholic religion that they've pretty much shunned me. That is discrimination based on religion. I've literally never been so discriminated in my life. It all started back in, oh man, it pains me to say this, but back in 2011 is when this all started. With this falling out between myself and my dad's side of the family. It is indescribable, the level of animosity on their side, with them. And there's a lot of parts of me that, as I look at it and investigate it from other angles and examine what exactly is the truth, my heart aches for them. They are all believers in the lie of there's a chemical solution for their issues, which are all spiritual issues. I've been shunned because I don't do drugs and whatnot. I've been shunned because I don't drink. I've been shunned because I have different views. And you know what? It's time. It's time I said it. There's going to be some very deep portions in the story about my life that, quite frankly, they are all going to be very upset about. They're going to accuse me of lying, and so on and so forth. However, I know they just do not understand. It's difficult, but it is what it is. The only thing I can do is the best I can with what I've got to work with. And what I've got to work with is I've I've had the equivalent of being shunned. And quite frankly, I'm really sad that they shunned me for essentially abiding by the Constitution and doing the right thing and having really good, high quality integrity. And they're just really jealous because their integrity is really far off. They think they have integrity, but they don't. They have none. Not an ounce of it. And it's definitely a deep, murky waters within the Catholic religion. I personally feel that I was forcibly dragged through the religion. And I won't even set foot on a Catholic church property. I won't. I can't. You look at their churches and they're now blood red in painting. Their exterior paint job is blood red. And they've got the cross right over the doorway, much like the Jews do. Jesus was born to save the Jews. And at the end of the day, they put him on a cross and put him over. They essentially put him over a doorway. And the Catholic religion has fallen into that suit. There's so much hatred, animosity, and bloodshed that they've begun to paint their church with blood. Not not their own human blood, but the churches are now painted blood red. Just blood red. It sends a chill up my spine every time I go by one. There's some very deep topics that I'm going to cover about Catholicism. I'll tell you right now, they're not a very good church at all. I'm going to cover all the nasty, dirty, filthy, disgusting things about the church within the Catholic religion. And quite frankly, 95% of it lays within priests and the archdiocese and the Pope. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. The Catholic Church is not by the people, for the people. The Catholic Church is one of the largest religious cults in the entire nation. In fact, it's the largest religious cult in the entire on the face of the earth. Yet it's so widely acceptable is the part that disturbs me. And even though I've seen a lot of nasty things firsthand, the nastiest thing I have to walk by, sitting in my own town, my own little small town that I live in. Look out there, and there it frickin' stares me in the face. Stares me right there in the face. That blood red building there continues to be bloodshed in the Catholic Church. It does not stop. It continues. And yes, innocent adolescent children are being raped in almost every single one of them to this day. But it is kept in a flood of denial. Denial is more than just a river. The blood red of that church sends a very disturbing sign. As if to say, keep out, or your blood will be on this wall too. That's the most disturbing part that I see within the hidden message. Be it as it may, take it for what you see it as, but I'll tell you right now, it sends a chill up my spine. It's disgusting. And the worst part of all of it is as those practicing Catholicism don't even realize that their blood will one day be painted on that wall. That's the most disgusting part. I'm not trying to save people who don't want to be saved. I'll tell you right now, they are definitely going to be shamed in my book. And they are being shamed in my book. Because they need it. They deserve it. I don't take pride in shaming people, but there's a lot that people don't understand. Have a good one. God bless. Be safe.